Hello everyone. This is Oni, and today for you, I have a review for Raptor Boyfriend, a high school romance, which is a visual novel developed by Rocket Adrift. Was published by East Asia Soft and Ratalaika Games. Um, and Before I really get into it, I just want to mention that I was actually given a free code for the purpose of this review. So, yeah, we're just gonna, as usual, there's just random gameplay here if you want to watch the video and listen along that way. If not, um, yeah, don't worry about it. Anyway, let's just get into the review, shall we? When Stella moves to the weird town known as Ladle, Ontario, she finds herself being the new kid in the final year of high school. On her first day, she finds a rancid sock in her locker, set there by the school prankster. Unfortunately for her, she doesn't know who that is, but that changes before long. Next thing you know, she has a nice group of friends, and she's having a ball as she stumbles her way through grade 12 with her weird best friends, who aren't human, but they're known as cryptids. The way the game sort of plays out feels like a teenager rom-com movie, in all honesty. Stella is sitting in her bay window in her room, talking to her stuffed teddy bear about all of her problems, and the story is very much told in the past tense. Usually I hate stories that are told this way, but this one didn't really do it in a bad way. Maybe because it doesn't try to skirt around silly themes like, I bet you're wondering how I got into this silly situation. God, I hate when stories do that. The game is divided up into 7 chapters, each basically representing a certain portion of the school year. As you read through each route, you end up learning a bit more about each character and their struggles, which, of course, they all have a ton of, because they're high school students. The one downside is that each story is barely any different than the others. I mean, you have to either read or skip through the big overarching story a lot if you want them all, and there's barely any changes to the dialogue. You only get like one big different scene near the end of the game. There's even a specific portion of the game that happens the same way, no matter what, for every character, and the reasoning and dialogue are the exact same. I wish it had changed it up just a little bit. As you read through each character's route, you get to make certain dialogue choices. And if you make the right choices depending on the situation, you end up unlocking little things pertaining to that character. So with Robert, you end up unlocking poems. With Taylor, you get comics and cassettes. And with Day, you would get artwork of random things. It was really cool to see what I got if I made the right choices. The only thing is, I could only look at these unlockables during certain sections of each chapter when I was at Stella's house, as opposed to an extra screen on the main menu. When it comes to the dialogue, it's all surprisingly well done. There were a few times where I felt I was transported back to high school, feeling like I would have found myself having these exact same conversations. Stella also internalizes a lot of her inner struggles that I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. What's interesting, though, is that there were no static images when I was reading. It all kind of played out like a comic book as you read it. So where there were scene changes and everything, and the backgrounds moved. I'm so used to just visual novels having a specific look when reading. This was actually a nice breath of fresh air. Raptor Boyfriend was a fun little read that didn't exactly overstay its welcome for the little story it wanted to tell. I wish certain scenes had been changed for each route, but oh well. At least I got to date a raptor. And that's why I'm giving Raptor Boyfriend a high school romance a 6 out of 10. I hope you all enjoyed this review. Um, I enjoyed the game. I wish it had all just changed during each road a lot. And honestly, that's kind of why I didn't score it higher. Um, but whatever, right? Um, so if you'd like to keep up to date with everything I do, I will post my Twitter link in the description down below if you'd like to follow it. If you want to join the Node Gamers Discord channel and talk to me about this review, old reviews, games in general, you can join the channel through the link in the description below. If you want to read the written article that I typed up, uh, if you don't want to listen to me, that's also in the description down below. Um, so I hope everyone has a good morning, a good evening, and a good night. And until next time, everybody, goodbye.